What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of our weekly sports podcast. Jacob and I repping the batting practice shirts, courtesy of Jacob from last week. We got a great one for you tonight. Before we get too far into it, Andrew's game for us to start, apparently.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to think of the best way to show it. So you all, and I'm actually curious what Twitter thinks, in terms of my pronunciation abilities. But I was listening to another Sorare podcast hosted by some Americans, and I can say with confidence that I actually nailed the pronunciation of this one. I knew it, and they got it incorrect. So I'm not going to name names, but if you listen to Sorare podcast, you probably do know. So I want both of you to give me your best pronunciations of this. I think I will raise my own credibility with myself if you're wrong. Because this is one I actually knew, but it's not a player, it's a team. And this is, I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're in the Champions League. They just played Liverpool. All right. How do you say this football club?
So before you start, I'm very familiar with this team because of FIFA 15. Believe it or not, in freshman year in college, there were a lot of players that we built around this team, including I believe it was Wissam Ben Yedder played for this team.
I
want to say
back in the day.
Back in the day. I'm curious to hear how they pronounced it, because how I would pronounce this is Toulouse.
Yes, they called it Toll House, like the American,
like the cookie,
like the cookie.
Oh no,
that's pretty good. See, the thing is, like, that's not like, I will sometimes take foreign words and Americanize them, or like they're just like that's not even Americanizing them, just like calling them to something ridiculous that sounds similar to it. I can't think of a good example. I will say one if I can think of it. But yeah, Toll House. I knew it was Toulouse. I took one of the cool classes I got to take in college was on the French Revolution, and we learned a lot about different cities in France. So my professor would probably be utterly ashamed if I did not know how to say Toulouse. I still probably butcher it as with my American accent, but I at least know enough not to call it Toll House. So I don't know, guys. I don't think I'm the only one that struggles with pronunciations.
It is true.
No,
I think
that's
Americans have kind of set themselves up as like the mockery in terms of pronunciations of foreign things. So we only did it to ourselves at this point. But
do you still have that tab up? Do you still have that tab up? All right, go back, share it again. I'm gonna hit you back with another one.
Okay.
End of the first paragraph. We see a man named Martin, who was actually a striker for Barcelona. First section, I guess, the third paragraph.
Okay.
Yes. We see a man named Martin from Denmark.
Ooh.
So he was on loan at Barcelona, ended up scoring a decent amount of goals for Barcelona, played for the Denmark national team. I loved using him in FIFA as well, even though I don't think he had much of a great card. He was one of my starter team. But how do you say his last name?
The one starting with the letter B?
Yep.
I swear is this a different person? There's like Branwath.
Yeah, who plays on Everton, who that was not very close, but I think that's who you're thinking of.
Okay. Well, if I'm gonna go with this one, okay, he's Danish. Braithwaite.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That was pretty solid.
Okay.
No, a little bit less on the TH, but that was pretty good. Like a little more like Braithwaite. But yeah,
I figured it sounds like a wraith, and then like a waiter. I don't know.
that was well done.
That was solid. All right. Yeah.
And that ends
but I was really I was really nervous that you're gonna have me try to pronounce this.
Les pigeons.
Les pigeons.
Les pigeons.
Les pigeons. ITCH in French, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Le,
All right.
le
Well,
Pichon.
Croissant.
we're not a pronunciation podcast. We
True.
clearly approved that already.
True. Very true. But yeah, we're gonna start off the podcast with a little MLB in review.
Well,
We haven't talked MLB in a few weeks since the World Series ended, but we're going to look back at our 2023 season predictions and see how we did. With the award show being tonight and a lot of awards that have already come out in terms of gold gloves, they're doing Rookie of the Year currently at this moment of us recording. So we're going to look back, see how we did. And then, depending on time, I think we're going to do a little NBA Road to Glory action, which should be exciting. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's
Don't
kind of the
forget it.
roadmap.
Don't forget it. We got an NBA update, a Sorare MB update
Yes, we'll be discussing that as well.
about 3 hours ago. So we had a little lineup of what to do for this podcast, and they just went ahead and released something new, a little update. So we had to throw that
Go
in
figure.
there as well. So don't forget
No.
it. But yeah, let's start off with some baseball, and this might be our last time talking about baseball for a bit, other than hot stove stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe.
trades and
Yeah.
they did have the little baseball product update. We can maybe touch on that. It and emphasizing on little, there wasn't much. It was like thanks for playing. But maybe we touch on that a little bit too. There's
absolutely.
always worth discussing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm pulling it up.
Let's go.
Bang. All right.
Oh man.
2023 MLB predictions. So we did this pretty much right at the start of the season, right?
Yeah. Josh, if you click on file in the upper right and you go to version history and see version history. We made this on March 1st.
March 1st. Okay, so before the season, a month before the season started.
Wow.
That's bold. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So this is pre-spring training.
This is like right in the middle of
just at the start of spring training.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
you
wild.
said Corbin Carroll. I'm skipping ahead here for a second. You said Corbin Carroll, and he wasn't even starting at the starting on the team at the beginning of the year.
Bang. Dude, I absolutely
Crazy.
Nailed both Rookie of the Years.
How about that? So let's go, I guess, both Rookie of the Years. I was playing Hopium game for both of them. One, in the fact that I was hoping a Brewer would win the Rookie of the Year, but he ended up getting very injured. But I did get to see him in that rehab start. Yeah. And
True.
Hope, and another one in Ohapi, who also ended up getting injured. And neither of them really had a chance to start. So I wanted to be like throwing out some picks just to see, went with a little bit more traditional picks for my MVPs. But I took an L in the Rookie of the Year. You guys dub for sure.
Yeah. I think Mitchell's a little bit unlucky. He was playing well at the start of the season before he got hurt. So you don't really know what would have happened there, but injuries happen. And Henderson and Carroll just got announced like 10 minutes ago as the Rookies of the Year. So I don't think that was even really close. There was plenty solid rookies, but they were kind of the two standouts for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
pretty
very
straightforward.
easy. Yeah.
Going right into MVP, also pretty, maybe a little less, not as straightforward as Rookie of the Year, but again, pretty straightforward in my eyes. Now this has not been announced yet, correct?
I was gonna say it's probably very, very soon tonight. Probably maybe while we're recording, honestly.
It's either today or tomorrow, I think, but I want to say
I'm pretty confident.
If it's not, it's pretty much going to be Ohtani. Like it's unfortunate that we didn't forget he existed, but we forgot that he played because he didn't play for the last 3-4 weeks of the season,
right?
And we didn't get to see him. Yeah, we didn't get to see him put up all of those MVP numbers that we originally wanted him to. But he also pitched, and he also still hit almost 50 home runs, right?
Yeah.
was on pace to break Judge
Yeah.
last year for a sec there. Julio started off slow. Trout got even more hurt than Ohtani, unfortunately.
Sure did.
What did you break, Nosh? That old hamate?
Yeah. Little bone in your hand or in your
Nice
wrist,
one.
technically, but
So I'm sliding slightly back up towards the dub column on this one in my
Ohtani
MVP
was a good
voting
call
here.
for sure. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And Nosh, you're still killing it.
I'm 3 for 4 right now, and Julio had a pretty darn good season, so I'm pretty proud of that. But kind of peeking down towards the bottom of the page, and it falls off quickly. But yeah, I think Ronald Acuna and Otani are pretty safe bets. Mookie, speaking of bets, Mookie Betts had a great season.
Mookie's
His
gonna be on there,
teammate,
yeah.
his teammate Freddie Freeman had a great season. So both of them definitely deserving of some votes. But I think Acuna stood out. 1,000,001 stolen bases, 1,000,003 home runs. That'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, I think you got that one spot on. I think he might even be. No, I'd say both him and Otani are still pretty favorited, but I was gonna
I
say he
think
might be even a little bit more favorited now.
If Seager played a full season this year, I
Yeah.
think you'd be getting a little more attention. It helps that he just won the World Series. So that might be some recency bias there, whereas Otani was hurt for the last month of the season. But I still think what Otani's doing is unheard of and will forever be unheard of. So he's got to be the MVP, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, my pick, Trey Turner, had his lowest batting average since his rookie season in 2015. I was just looking it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still managed to rally together 26 homers, especially there at the end of the year. But yeah, batted 266 this year, coming off of 298, and before that, coming off of 300 plus seasons in a row, 320 plus seasons in a row.
That's
So
crazy.
you can see why I picked him. I still stand by picking him at the beginning of the season, but man, was that not the right way to go.
He turned it around when we looked at this like middle of the season. I'm pretty sure we were like, oh man, that's tough. But he definitely turned it around at the end of the season.
So let me ask you guys this. So there were kind of two things as you guys were talking. Obviously, this MVP race is based on, regular season performance. Do you think they should, like, if you were talking to the commissioner or setting the rules for MVP, would you want to include postseason performance there? Or do you think to be the MVP, there's especially like part of if you're on the winning team or if you helped propel your team to victory, that should almost be worth bonus points or some, even though the postseason is much shorter, just performance then just kind of does give you extra rewards. Obviously, you do get your postseason MVP, and I think there's MVPs of each series. But I do think from my perspective, if you succeed and you do well when it matters most, like that's what an MVP is. But it's also, I don't know, maybe the nature of the award that it is based on regular season.
I don't know. I think it's good how it is. I feel like it wouldn't necessarily be fair for Ohtani on a team like the Angels because he would never win, nor
Right.
would anyone on the Angels.
Right. And he's literally doing everything he can. Like
he is
literally
their
everything.
most valuable player. And in this offseason, in this hot stove, he is the most valuable player available. Every single team would want to have him. So
Yeah.
I think in baseball, especially, it's like throughout 162 games to put on that consistent, or even if he played less because he was hurt, to put on that consistent of a performance, like it's a lot different than say in NFL where you play 17 games in a regular season, and then if you make it to the Super Bowl, that could be another 20, almost 25% of your season and your stats that you're putting up. So yeah, I think in baseball with such a long season, it doesn't need to include the postseason. Well, that being said, could it take Seager's performance into consideration? Absolutely. Like if he would have put up those numbers the whole year if he wasn't hurt, like you said, Nash, yeah, I could see it for sure. But I don't think they really should for
Yeah,
just the length of the season.
I know. I completely agree. And another fun question of the players, I'll just maybe focus on NL MVP, and I'll ask maybe if your answer changes with one little thing. Which of the players that we picked right now going into next season, or I guess a better
Oh,
question is
baby.
whose Sorare card of the NL MVPs that we picked would you want going into next year?
I think that's
between
very easy for me.
between Acuna, Betts, and Freeman.
No, Acuna,
What?
Turner, and Tatis.
Where'd you get Acuna,
Oh,
Betts, and
oh,
Freeman
oh!
from?
I thought you meant of the like people that are potential winner MVP winners, not the ones that we said.
No,
The
no, no,
ones that
no,
we
in our
said.
list.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
Okay.
Trey Turner. No, I'm just kidding. Ronald Acuna for sure.
Yep, that's my
Okay.
answer as well.
Does
Otani's
your-
a little bit too injury prone. Acuna had a freak injury one year, but has played most games since. And yeah, I wouldn't if I had an Otani card, I would be playing that on offense every single time, I feel like.
Yeah. So
So I
would
wouldn't
your
even be taking advantage of half of that card. So if I'm going to be playing it on offense, why not have Acuna, who has less of an injury prone and will also put up maybe a little bit more offensive numbers because he's not pitching.
It's true. So of the six, you'd actually take Acuna over Otani.
I believe so right now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. I don't know. I gotta go with
It's-
the GOAT.
it's
I gotta
pretty
go with the
close.
GOAT.
It's pretty close.
The injuries scare me, man.
Yeah.
Bring me the GOAT manager with the GOAT player. We got a match made in heaven.
Hey, according to it might have been John Morosi today that there's talk of Otani to the Braves.
Oh well, that
Oh,
makes they
boy.
got money
I mean,
too.
that would be that
boy.
that lineup would absolutely destroy every offensive record ever. But we'll get into that sometime in the offseason when he actually
Yeah.
decides where he's going. Moving on to
Anyways,
Cy
yeah.
Young.
Pitchers, baby.
Ugly.
Very bad. Awful.
We were 0 for 6 here. Big time.
Framber was close.
Framber had a
was
decent
doing all
year
right.
for
That was the
sure.
Or
closest.
as it says in the document, Frambler. I kind of like that too.
Frambler.
Framber was probably a top 7-ish candidate this year, as he should be. Dylan ceased to exist.
Literally.
No, he was on the hot stove for a bit, but just definitely not AL Cy Young quality there. Who do we got? Garrett Cole, probably.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Or Otani.
Andrew?
I don't even know. I mean, it's
Otani.
it was
Yeah.
Garrett Cole. Is Garrett Cole again? I don't know. He did not have a great year. I have his card. I watched a lot of his games.
He had a
In
pretty
many
good
of them,
year.
he looked shaky. Now, I think
He had a
what does
pretty
make
good
an
year.
what does make an elite pitcher is your ability to pitch out and remain calm in very difficult situations. Like a lot of his starts I watch, he would pitch, six innings, sometimes give up 2 or 3 runs. But in many of those games, he was facing bases loaded or at least 2 guys in scoring position multiple times. He maybe got lucky and pitched his way out of it, or maybe that is a hallmark of a skilled pitcher that you're able to, no matter what position you find yourself in, manage to get the outs when they're needed. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that is deserved, but to me, just when Corbin Burns just was on it, and even Cole himself in the past, they just look different when they're out there. And I don't think he was that in that form this year.
He posted his third lowest ERA in his career, man. Way less strikeouts. The strikeout numbers were down. It looks like he pitched to contact a bit more because he had 35 less strikeouts this year in more innings, actually. Yeah.
Wow.
So I
Who
think
is
you're
this
right
in
in that
reference
regard.
to?
This is Garrett Cole.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely dropped off those strikeout numbers. So that is definitely a point of contention that you're referencing for sure. but I wouldn't say he had a down season, posting the best ERA in the AL at
True.
2.63.
I think he had the
So
most strikeouts too in the AL.
no, he did not. I think you went a little bit aggressive on him there, but it's okay. I definitely had a lesser season than he did last year. But in comparison to all the other pitchers in the AL, I feel like he's still the best.
Yeah, I agree.
And they haven't come out with these yet. So we're approaching categories, or I guess this is the only one that they haven't. Oh no, MVP.
So tomorrow, well, as we're Monday night, as we're recording this, tonight was Rookie of the Year. Tuesday's Manager of the Year. Wednesday is Cy Young, and Thursday is MVP.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right. Burns did not have a great season this year for any of our picks. And we saw that in his arbitration year, when it mattered, he couldn't put up as much as we wanted him to. So it's got to be Strider here, yeah?
No,
You
he's
think?
not even a finalist.
He's not even a finalist.
Nope.
He had the crazy strikeouts.
Zach Gallen,
Is it-
Blake
I was
Snell,
gonna-
and Logan Webb. And I think Blake Snell wins it in a
It's gonna
landslide.
be Snell. It's gonna be Snell,
Yeah.
for sure.
He
What
had
happened to
such a good
Strider?
year. I don't know. I don't know why he wasn't a I don't know. I mean,
Spencer
Zach
Devin
Wheeler,
Williams
Justin Steele.
Struck out 281 people this year. Did put up 3.86 ERA to last year's 2.67. But 281 strikeouts. That's almost Randy Johnson numbers. That's almost Nolan Ryan numbers.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, I guess he's not a finalist, so got to be Blake
Yeah.
Snell.
Yeah, I would think so. Ooh, I like the last couple categories.
These
coming up
categories
here.
are fun, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. AL breakout. I'm gonna do a little bloating here. Riley Green, as my AL breakout, had a very, very solid year. He hit around 290 for the Tigers. He was hurt a little bit at the end of the season, but I think there's probably better options. But rookie coming off of going into his sophomore season, he had a very solid performance, kind of living up to how well he did in his rookie year. So I'm pretty proud of that pick. I'll take it. I also won his rare card this year, so probably a little bias.
Yeah, Eugenio Suarez did not break out. He put up less home runs than he did this year. I thought he was going to be a 30 plus again, but he did not. And he put up the most strikeouts in his career.
Oh no.
Yep. So big L. I'm sliding
I-
back down the L train here.
For those of you confused about, was this the one where Andrew, you did 2 NL players, right?
Oh,
Or-
why one is in parentheses?
Oh, I think I gave another player.
Just to have.
Okay.
Yeah. Extra
No, because
credit.
I'm on the left, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Anyway,
here.
I don't think Ke'Bryan Hayes really broke out
No.
either.
No.
But he also had a much better season than
Better
Suarez did.
season, sure.
True.
Sure.
He had his
Very
second
true.
best season on record, but yes, would not qualify
No.
as a breakout.
I would say Riley Green was the closest to the pick there.
he was the biggest breakout.
This one you guys did better. Rowdy Tellez broke out for a month or two and then kind of got hurt
Yeah.
and did not recover.
True.
Tatis definitely had a good comeback season. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
great. I wouldn't say
No.
outstanding, but he's gonna be stealing a lot more within like how the new rules work. So if we're talking
True.
Sorare perspective, he'll be a great card to have. Yelich,
Definitely.
I think Yelich is a dub here.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's gotta be Yelich.
A very
Of the
solid
Yeah.
season. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Cherstain Yelich, Cherstin Yelich,
Yup.
Our spelling
Church
on this
stain.
document.
Yeah.
Church stains.
Church Stain.
My parentheses player Miggy Rojas had a not good season whatsoever. So
Yeah,
we'll just
he had a
ignore
really
that.
bad season.
It's moving
AL bust.
swiftly
Yeah,
on.
this one, let's beat this one up a little bit. How do we feel about Aaron Judge as our AL bust this year?
He hit, I think, 37 homers, which is a huge downturn because he hit over 60 last year. He was never ever going to live up to the hype of hitting 60 home runs, so I think that's why we all picked him, and he really didn't. So I think in terms of our way of thinking for this pick, I think we were kind of spot on. I wouldn't say he was a bust, but he also had a much down season compared to last year.
Yeah, he only played, let's see, he only played
I think it was
106
100
games
games,
this year. And he did hit 37 in those 106 games, which is great. But I would say like we did all right with this pick because he got hurt. He missed almost 60 games. And from a Sawyer perspective, that's huge.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's 20 game weeks.
So I'm going to read you
15 to 20
the
game weeks.
top 10 picks from Fantasy Pros that were from March 30th of earlier this year. So they ranked all of the players for the draft. You let me know who is the biggest bust on the list. Ronald Acuna Jr. Taken number 1, great pick. Trey Turner number 2, Aaron Judge at 3, Jose Ramirez at 4, Julio at 5, Kyle Tucker at 6, Juan Soto at 7, Vlad Jr. at 8, Mookie Betts at 9, Shohei Ohtani at 10.
Wow.
So of that list, I mean, is Judge the worst?
Trey Turner.
Trey Turner, yeah, Trey Turner.
I would say
What
Turner's
about,
1. Trey Turner's a pretty clear 1, but he might be number 2. Mookie,
Kyle Tucker do you say Kyle Tucker?
Kyle Tucker, he went up and
this
down
year.
this season.
I would say he was totally fine for me this year for
Let's
my fantasy
see.
team.
Yeah. I think he had a pretty bad stretch, but he turned it around towards the end.
It was at the beginning of the season, or
Yeah,
like
the whole
beginning,
Astros.
middle of the season. Yeah,
That's right. The
Started
Astros were
off
pretty
slow.
rough at the start. Yeah.
yeah.
But they always pulled
Yeah,
together.
I think I agree with you. I think
Turner and
Trey
then Judge
Turner
on
and
that
Judge,
list.
yeah.
Turner Judge.
Everyone else had a pretty solid season on that list, from what I heard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
All right.
with my pick, Dansby Swanson. I would say solid season is how you could describe his season. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that's an L pick, but it's definitely he did not have a bust season at all. Nash.
Hey, well, Jacob, in fairness to you though, I mean, if you took a poll around Chicago, would they call Dansby a bust? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see once next year they have Counsell on Ohtani and Trout
Soto.
And Josh. Josh
Yep,
is their
and
number 1
me.
fan.
And
yes,
well, yeah, we should all of America should just become Cubs fans, so no one watches the other games.
that sounds like a great
That'll give them the
idea.
money
they
to
want.
buy all the players. Yeah.
They buy everyone. That's fair.
Let's start with other than Dansby, let's go to Andrew first. I think those were 2 L's.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know. Paul Goldschmidt actually, if again, not a bust, but if we're comparing to last season where he had
Yeah,
an MVP season,
true.
he didn't have that. I mean, he hit in the 260s, I want to say. His power was down. The Cardinals were one of the worst teams in the NL this year.
268, yeah,
with 25
25
homers.
home runs.
I think you got that one. That one is not a bad choice.
Yeah, it's
JT
all about
had a pretty solid season.
What you expect. But yeah, JT definitely not a bust. But yeah, Goldschmidt. If you drafted, let's see, I got to find that ranking page. I'm curious where they had Goldschmidt on the pre-draft list. Okay, well, you discuss that. I'll try to find it.
Yeah, Verlander.
What do you think about Verlander?
Hurt. I would say that counts as a bust because he
absolutely
was so hurt.
I mean, he only ended up starting 14, 15 games, I want to say. Let's see.
I want to say he started 11 games.
11,
Wow.
yeah.
And last year, he started. Wait a second. No, he started 27 games. He was good to go. It looks like he was a bit down over the past few years. He was down
27,
6 or 7 starts, from his typical 34. But he I would say in terms of his previous seasons, it was nowhere near the quality of Justin Verlander that we're used to. He only
Right.
had 144 strikeouts this year,
Wow.
which is
I
like
mean,
I'm trying to
again,
find a total lower than that. The last total he had was in 2015, and he only played 20 games that year. So he was hurt that year as well. And yeah, he put up like the lowest strikeout total in a very, very long time. So I would say Nash, you might have got that one with Verlander.
right. And again, like if we're going kind of the Goldschmidt route, like if you look at Goldschmidt's stats, you'd take that player on your team every day of the week. 268 with 25 home runs is a very solid season. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
But Verlander finished 13-8 with a 3.22 ERA, which again, any team would take that player in their starting rotation. But looking at his last 3 full seasons, not including the COVID year, 16-9 with a 2.5 ERA, 21-6 with a 2.58 ERA, and 18-4 with a 1.75 ERA. So, in comparing to 3 absolutely amazing years, not as good, but again, very solid. You'd still take it. So if you want to consider that a bust compared to his last 3 full seasons, I guess, but definitely not the worst season that we saw this year.
Yeah. Last but not least, World Series champs.
Probably our worst section as a podcast.
I would say
Yeah.
Padres,
Although
Phillies,
Jacob
and
was
Mets were
closest.
really bad. Yeah.
Jacob was definitely
Phillies
the
actually
closest.
made the postseason. The
Yeah,
other two
true.
did not
So
make the
that's
postseason.
A
which
very
is
good point.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's
But
amazing.
there we go. MLB, baby.
love it.
Good stuff. Yeah, that took a little bit longer than we thought. But hey,
Always.
We're excited.
NBA time. It's time
Let's
to shoot
do
some
it.
hoops. And
do
we're
it,
moving
baby.
on to some Sorare 2. Oh, baby. What do we got, Nash?
I think Andrew's going to share his screen.
Oh,
We're doing a little NBA draft on the Road to Glory batting practice account, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Andrew's bidding on Mauro Icardi. Unique.
All right. Gonna go place the bid. Gotta confirm my
Bayern.
device. Nope.
Bayern can't stand him.
Oh,
Mauro
He-
Icardi. He's the Bayern
Definitely.
beater. All right.
he is.
Let's
All
click
right.
on some NBA here.
Well, here, we gotta go back over to NBA, baby.
And here we go.
And select your favorite card.
So we
Ooh.
are building a common draft on our Road to Glory account. Let's go. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Road to Glory account, we did it for baseball as well. But essentially, we're not putting any money in. We're not taking any money out. If we win any rewards, we're giving them away. And we're only playing common. But we're trying to go through and see how easy it is to build a draft and how easy it is just to play Sorare in general without putting any money in. So we're doing it again for NBA. So here we are.
Let's go.
And I can tell you right off the bat that these selections are way better than mine when I started the season.
Oh yeah.
And I think taking Jokic is only the right play
I was
here.
gonna say
I don't think it's even worth debating.
Ooh,
I think you click on it and
Andrew
move on.
seems Andrew seems not as.
I don't know, boys. I don't know.
Who are you saying instead?
It would be AD. AD would be the other contender.
I think AD would be my last choice in this list.
Last
Okay.
choice?
That's a terrible take. Okay. Here, let me share my other tab that has Sorare data.
No, we need to pick Jokic.
Well, no. Here,
we don't need to do anything.
Okay.
Let's at least see.
He's hurt.
He's hurt currently. That is his biggest downside. I mean, but
62, that's solid.
These scores. So here, let me see. Where did the season start? This right here, obviously off game. He doesn't have the explosion games like I would want. But if we compare that to Jokic objectively, I'm actually curious how they compare. I've never done it side by side. Yeah, Jokic objectively
Jokic is
better.
never hurt.
That is true.
And
he's
knock on wood, but
yeah,
like
literally.
AD has had some injury problems. He's had some attitude problems.
Wait,
that
this
was more
see
with New Orleans, but still.
this was not mentioned in the baseball segment, but a lot of Jacob's picks did get injured this season. So next year when we do a little
It's
predictions,
true.
maybe don't buy the guys Jacob says. And he's out here throwing around that Jokic is never hurt. So maybe we don't pick him.
Okay,
'cause
let's look at my draft then, because this was you're comparing two different mutually exclusive events here. One is
I'm just
picks that we're
saying.
doing on the drive. One is picks we're doing on So Rare. Let's not get them confused now. Let's send Jokic. Come on, not even a debate. Embiid's got injury problems. I think the 76ers are gonna be trash this year. I'm kidding. They've actually looked better than a lot of the teams in the East so far.
Before, like, but when you are a new user and you are making this decision, you should, to me, in common, spike games matter most. You need to be someone that can put up the most amount of points. I don't care if you are consistent at mid 60s. In order to actually win a reward for common, you need a guy that can break into 80 and do it ideally frequently. Although then if you're doing it then it messes with the cap. So I think it was good to see the averages. Obviously, Jokic, of the players we got, I think has that consistency and spike games. But there's a lot of players, like I think Sabonis, I think I did shout him out as an MVP pick wrongly before. He does not have that ceiling that Jokic, Embiid, and Davis have. Although of the I think,
what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean by that?
So looking at this, so a ceiling is just the maximum number of points the players put up previously. And so that's one of the
So what do you mean by he doesn't have a ceiling?
Or his ceiling is
lower. Yes.
Lower than,
because not having a ceiling would imply that it's better than Jokic.
Sure. Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's what I thought. Yes. No, his ceiling is lower than Jokic's, which I think every single one of these people are. If it wasn't Jokic, this would be a much better debate in my mind. But yes, as a new user standpoint, what you just did, going on So Rare data, totally free, by the way, I think what you just did. Yeah, I don't think you needed the paid version for what you just did, at least right now on So Rare data. And yeah, you went and compared the players, and that's like, if we didn't have Jokic, that would have been spot on. Like, Embiid versus AD is probably my next two.
Right.
And that would have been a lot more of a debate here. Probably is, see, I don't know. And it's always fun to throw in Cade Cunningham too, because he is our comeback player pick. He's one of ours.
Yep.
I want to say so.
Let's have that young factor too.
Yeah, true.
Where guys like Embiid, even Jokic and Davis will get rest days. A guy like Cade Cunningham might not get as many rest days as a young player, even though he's coming back from injury. That can definitely be something that plays a factor.
So, and I only think we get one pick, so I think we can take our time with this.
Right.
If Dodge, let's say you got super lucky, new user, you got the So Rare NBA favorite lottery, and you got Jokic and Luka. Who are you taking if Luka was thrown in? Are we still locking in Jokic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think their ceilings, as you mentioned earlier, are that different. I think Jokic still might have a larger ceiling. I mean, I think he has the biggest in the league. He'll put up a few 80, 90 point games a year for sure.
Yeah.
As will Luka, but
you want to look at some fun scores. You know what? Surprisingly, you know who has an insane ceiling, or high ceiling, to be very specific? Karl Anthony Towns. Amazing ceiling. He goes nuclear every once in a while. So I love guys like that who can just absolute score just for fun.
What's his average?
You know, let's see.
Yeah, look it up.
No, I don't.
Here, I'll look it up.
I'll look it up for you.
Yeah, we'll move it on. So move along. Cards. Then this is. It's a little bit confusing for a new user, doesn't it? Kind of look like you're gonna get one of these.
Yeah, and it's not not perfectly optimized for my screen either.
It did just kind of zoom out a little bit or something.
Yeah.
All right, Here we
Build
go.
our team.
Which is
We
kind
have
of
to-
funny. Oh no!
Oh, there we go. Now, okay,
Oh,
now,
Porzingis.
ooh.
Nice.
Let's go
Let's
one by one.
go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mobley.
wow, dub.
Dude, we're doing better than my team, like
All
by
right.
far already.
Are we going in descending order of averages? Yes, definitely. Pritchard
are, yeah,
6.
okay.
But Pritchard is actually a cheat code, so this is perfect.
Okay.
OG.
OG. All right.
Sam
We're getting
Howell,
a
Giving us the
lot of
whole
Celtics.
Celtics
All
lineup.
right.
Okay.
It's
Grant
the
Williams,
team that I picked.
Rudy
Rudy.
Gobert, biggest
Oh,
bust
Rudy's
ever.
a good so rare card. Rudy's a good so rare card.
All right, Josh, how do you say this guy's
84.
last name?
Okongwu.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Onyeka Okongwu. JT
Onyeka.
Thor. Hornets, baby. I
Let's
have his
go.
limited.
Tim Hardaway. Man, we get a lot
Timmy.
of cards. Harrison Barnes. Is he related to Scotty?
No,
Ooh,
I don't think so.
Just common last name. Okay, Daniel Gafford. Although, see, okay, I would call him maybe Daniel
Malachi.
Clifford, like the dog.
Yeah.
Malachi Flynn. Precious.
Nigerian.
Yes. Brandon. Wow.
Podzemski? I don't know.
Podzemski.
Luka
Luka.
Garza.
Oh my gosh.
Daniel House Jr. Trey Mann.
Trey Man.
Man, well, this just keeps going. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Look
there
at
we
how
go.
many cards we got.
Holy-
That was a
Wow.
lot of cards.
Holy cow.
So do they give you a
Whoa.
card for all the weeks?
Oh, we're
since the
30
NBA
minutes
season
late
started?
to building a lineup for tonight.
Oh,
Whoops.
well.
darn.
Next week.
Yeah. Well, here, let's see. If I go to my club and we have 20 comment. No, I don't. I think you start with 20. So it does not
Okay,
look
it
like
is
we
20.
got
Okay.
extra. Now we
I wasn't
can use
sure.
our swap, which we could definitely do.
Let's do it.
Um,
Let's do it right away.
Who we
All right.
swap it?
Rudy? What's Rudy Gobert's?
His average
What's
is
Rudy
30.
Gobert's average? I like swapping Rudy right off the bat. He's a good so rare card, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he has that. I don't know.
So I do think the swaps are based off of value of the card, not the SO or not the L10 average. I believe so. I mean, generally a higher scoring average.
I mean, how
generally
much is
does
a
sell
Rudy
for a little bit
going
more.
for?
So
15
according to
bucks?
this,
Yeah.
we see 10 to $15. It's called
Depending
15.
on which year you buy, yeah.
And then let's see, Porzingis. I'm curious. Oh wow, that's crazy. He sells for the same as Rudy. Yeah, I like the Rudy swap. Let's get him out of there.
So rare ambassador. Well, let's just at least see the swap.
Yeah, that's true. We don't.
We don't
The
have
nice
to
thing is you don't have
necessarily
to
use
take
it.
it.
So again, if you're just starting off, same thing with MLB. You don't necessarily have to use it.
Oh, Jacob Portal.
Holy
Jakob.
Devin Vassell has been solid. I have his common.
Let's see.
He with the Wemby hookup, he's playing more of a guard, and I think Wemby is playing more of a strong forward. Almost so they can function on the court. Look at that, 46.
That's pretty good. That is in pretty big outperformance there.
That's a pretty big ceiling. It looks like
That
he's
is,
kind of like alternating.
Yeah, let's see.
But
the
his
other
scores are
players,
going up.
Schroeder balling out. To me, this looks just like this night. The threes just didn't land as much as some other nights. It's solid, but not. I think I don't know what are either of you in love with Dennis?
Give me Jakob Poodle. Yeah, I would skip that. Claxton has been hurt.
Poodle has been a little bit of a cheat code
Yeah.
sometimes because he can just like pop
he
off
can go
randomly.
off. Yeah,
I
But
know
he's
the
definitely-
algorithm really likes him.
he's definitely more of a middle ground. He's not one of your top scorers, but
Let's send
I would say
Vassell,
Schroeder or Vassell, man. Yeah.
and then it gives me more of an excuse to watch the Spurs. Not that
Yeah, let's send Mr. Vassell.
But now our road to glory can be to trying to win a Wemby common.
Whoa, okay.
Instead of
I
a
thought-
reward. A tier 1? What is that? Top 1,000? Top
let's see. If I
1500.
We're gonna
go,
find out.
I think we have access to some alternative tournaments, so we can play Rec League.
Ooh,
Oh,
Let's see.
nice.
So
Yeah, maybe we should play
top 200.
let's see if is the only way we can win a tier 1 common. Okay, still at only a tier 2. How do we actually win
Oh,
a
can we
better
not win
common
tier 1
card?
common?
Can we win it in the beginner championship? Let's see. Oh no, I think that's just like the beta. That's the only prize there. Yeah, so I think the only commons that you can win are tier 2.
Dang. All right.
Which is kind of interesting that you don't get the best commons
Yeah,
from
that's
playing
weird.
common. I didn't know that. Huh. Now, granted, you could swap and get a tier 2 that later gets elevated to tier
Right.
1 status.
Right.
But I guess we really need, knock on wood, Jokic to stay healthy. Although if he does get hurt, we can use our
Swap him.
swap and swap him out.
True.
All right, should we register a team?
Let's do it.
All right. Unfortunately, I think we're a little too past the entry point to go for the beginner tournament. I think I wish it had the round we're in. Does it have? I think we're in round 3. And unfortunately, although wait, if it's round 3 and we just have to miss 2 weeks, I think we can still enter it though, guys. Does it math?
Is it so? How many? It's the top. Is it 6?
I believe
Weeks?
it's 6. There's 8 weeks, and I think there's 6.
Well,
It's top 6 count.
let's
Let's
just set the
focus
Rec
on the
League
other.
lineup,
Yeah,
and then we
keep
can
it
always
simple.
switch it. Yeah. So Jokic
All
is
right.
definitely our MVP.
Lock
But
in Jokic.
now I think this is the perfect opportunity to show off how we can use Sorare data to set our lineups. So
Right.
yeah, this is, pay attention if you're new to Sorare NBA. This is a feature that's available in other sports, but I think it's the most useful by far in NBA. Now I will say it is projection based, and the thing about projection based scoring is that they're projections. They are
Mhm.
analyzing models and analyzing teams and seeing what they think someone is going to score, not necessarily what they are going to score. But what I like to do with those projections is then look at the player, which teams they're playing, how many minutes they've played in the past, how many minutes they're projected to play, and that sort of thing. And if those all line up, then I'll throw them into my lineup. So here we go. Andrew, how did you get to this page from SorareData.com?
It's a great question. Honestly, sometimes it's a little bit of a maze to get to. This one's under game week and projections. Now, the thing you'll have to note, they did fix it. Occasionally, I think last season, this was set to the current game week instead of the forward-looking one. So always make sure I always look at the date. Today's the 13th when we're recording this. This is for the weekend slate, which is when we are setting this lineup for. So yeah, it's within the nav, and then you can just go over to the pick scores. Now, if I was signed in with our batting practice account, we could actually use the lineup builder just to show you what that looks like real quick. This is my whale gallery. And you can see these would be the cards you actually own. And for us, they would show our commons there. But I'm not signed in, so we'll use the game week center and we can actually see all of the players. So this actually might be good if we wanted to go back later and potentially do a swap. These might be players that we would target, and we are not limited to the players we own. We can see every player in the NBA. So according to this right now, former Milwaukee Buck Malcolm Brogdon
How about
is
that?
the top outperformer expected for
Projected,
the weekend
yeah.
slate. Now, granted, and I put the least amount of weight in these numbers right now. Like, I think this is literally the worst time to look for projections for the weekend. Generally, the closest you can get to true game time, the best. Because honestly, sometimes the best outperformances come from when players get hurt. So, for example, if Jokic were to go down, A lot of other guys on the Nuggets would benefit from that, from a sober perspective, not from a personal perspective.
But yeah, you can also use the ratio number.
Mm,
The higher
that's
the
a good one.
ratio, the more likely they are to outscore their current L10 number. Um, we're seeing numbers like Andrew
Projected.
said, projected numbers kind of in the low twos and high ones. As the season progresses, as more injuries occur, stuff like that, we will see ratio numbers in the fours, fives, sixes. And those are players that are almost like must starts at that point.
Yep.
But a ratio of 2.1 is good, but it's not crazy high at this point in the season.
Let me see what if we had any for okay, so for this last game week, this current one we just started, we had a guy on the
Oh,
Sixers, I
Furkan
think.
Korkmaz, what a
Yeah.
guy.
So if he's so maybe there's some injuries going on within looks like yeah, tonight someone must be out. So yeah, like Josh
Maybe
said,
some scheduled rest.
yeah, some scheduled rest or someone expects him to get a lot more minutes than he usually does. But yeah, still even 3, that's still pretty low, I think. I'm curious what the record is. Obviously, this can get really
Yeah,
skewed
right.
if someone's a 2 average and they're projected 14 for a 7. But
Still
yeah.
worth throwing in the underdog team then though
Oh,
if you have
absolutely.
one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you have someone with a high ratio but a super low score like that too, it allows you to squeeze in, say you have 2 tier 1s, like what I
Mm-hmm.
actually did in my limited champion team is I squeezed in Giannis and Desmond Bain and then threw in like I want to say an 11-point average in there to balance those two guys out. So with like a 4-point average, you could even throw in
Oh
someone
yeah.
higher than Bain. You could throw in like a Giannis, and of course this is all relative to the players that you have. But you could throw in like a Giannis and a Luca and then
Yeah.
use a Furkan Korkmaz to even that out.
The beauty of that
Um
strategy is your 2 tier 1s scoring 60 each gets you up to 120. Your 6 point average player puts up a 25. All of a sudden you're at 145, and that's 3 people in your lineup. You still have 2 other players to perform. So I love that strategy. I've used that before in the past too. It can be a great way to boost your lineup and get some top names in the same lineup.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Sweet.
So yeah, let's go back and fill out the rest of our team, I guess. I don't think we need to
Yeah.
search every single one of our
No.
projections here. Like you said, if we were logged into our batting practice account on Sorare data, you could actually go to what you did at the beginning and build a lineup like that too using those projections. But let's just in terms
Yeah.
of our first lineup, I think we might only be able to squeeze in, yeah, like our top
I think we
players
go
for
down the
sure.
line. We go down the
Yeah.
line.
And then
Okay.
maybe this is where I would maybe try and see a little bit of a ratio going on here just to make
Mm.
sure. Um, just to make sure that we're still putting up scores here. So yeah, Harrison Barnes is coming up against the Spurs. I already like that matchup.
Yep.
Kings against Spurs, I like it.
So yeah, what one thing, let's say I really try to avoid playing players from the same team in the same lineup. That's just my personal preference. So,
Sure.
unless of course, like let's say it's the Bucks and Giannis out and everyone on the Bucks is expected to get a ton more minutes, then I think that makes sense. But day in, day out, unless there's a significant for the Celtics, for example, unless Jason Tatum is out, I really don't like playing guys from the same team. But I don't know. Do you guys have a hard rule against that, or is it kind of conditional to?
I
Sometimes I
think
like to stack just to watch
I
as
was
if
gonna
it's
say, sometimes what I'll do is like, for example, in my limited champion lineup, I have Dame and Bobby. I'm confident that they'll be on the court either together or at separate times. But Bobby playing more of like a 4 or 5, whereas Dame will be playing the 1. They're not really taking away from each other's positions. Obviously, they can't both score baskets at the same time, but Dame throwing passes to Bobby and vice versa, getting assists, getting points, getting rebounds. There's definitely plenty of room throughout a game for players on the same team to score and score well together. But I don't think you should be playing 5 players from the same team.
I don't think you can.
You
I
can't,
actually,
yeah.
Sure.
You can't. You
yeah.
can't.
Can you
But
not?
even if you
Four is the
could,
I
max.
wasn't sure.
4 is a max.
Even 4, I probably wouldn't do 3, like Andrew said, if someone's hurt and everyone's projected to do really well, sure. But 2 is normally what I would be my max, and higher than that, I try to avoid.
There we go. So let's throw Harry Barnes in there.
let's do it.
Harry
Round
team,
Barnes.
perfect.
All right. Are we going to finish top 25%?
Absolutely.
You heard it here first. Top 25 or Andrew's giving away Jokic.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Common. All right.
Into the
Perfect.
next section.
Giving away Jokic common.
There you go.
Could
All
print
right.
one out.
Yeah. I'll mail it to you.
Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
fungible.
All right, let's rock with this quiz. I'm not
No.
looking at the title.
We got it real quick. Let's bring up our NBA update, bro. You've forgotten about it yet again. We had a quick Sorare NBA update that we need to mention real quick. Need to mention.
Pull
We'll
it
take
up. Pull it up.
3 minutes. We'll take 3 minutes. This will be Sorare
Yeah,
NBA update in 90 seconds or less.
Ooh, Jacob, are you gonna do like the Steve Berman?
You want me to
yeah,
get
run-
it?
Yeah,
run
yeah.
through
Dun,
it.
dun, dun, boom, 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 boom.
Jacob's 90 second
Let's hear it.
speed walk.
I was waiting for you to share the screen. So
Ooh.
the
I thought you were gonna do it
viewers
from
could see
memory.
From memory. I haven't read it yet is the problem. I was
Okay,
getting a
perfect.
first
Speed
reaction.
reading.
Yeah, that's the point. Do you need me to share my screen?
best Steve Berman impersonation. All right.
Wow. That was pretty good. I don't think I could top that one. Do you need me to share my screen? Okay.
No, I got it.
Well,
Right.
tonight, your Milwaukee Bucks are
Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. As the NBA season kicks into gear, we're upcoming, shaping up. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, we're getting a few updates here in Sorare NBA, from rare competition rewards to collection game to future rewards, so on and so forth. So first and foremost, they are slightly adjusting rare and super rare card mint count, or sorry, not mint counts. Those cannot be adjusted. They're adjusting the rewards and how they're distributed. But since they cut the mint count so low, and since they only have a limited supply, a rare, a super rare, and a unique supply, okay, I get it. Then the problem is that they can't adjust the rewards too much, because that's going to mess up the minting and the supply on that end, and their market auctions and the buy now feature that they're planning to roll out soon. So they are trying a new reward in rare. Do we know what that is yet? Anybody? Yes, no? Is it cash? Is it prizes? Is it both? Is it who knows?
I want a Zoom session with John, or maybe like
right.
oh no, a cameo from John,
Ooh.
or a
Maybe
cameo
we'll have
from
to have him on.
Nicola. Yeah,
We'll have to have someone on. We'll have to have a guest soon. But
yeah.
there we go. So rare, keep an eye out for those rare competition rewards, because those could always translate their way into other competitions and also other games like MLB and soccer. Next, collection game is on its way. I cannot wait. I have all my bucks going. We have categories like 90-day ownership. I didn't know that was going to be one, but that's pretty cool. So if you own a card for 3 months, it gains a little bit of a collection bonus. First owner, meaning you bought it off of the market or one instead of the secondary manager market. Special editions. NBA has image variations for sure. I think that might be the only one for now. Oh, the rookie cards.
Yeah, rookie. Yeah.
Number 1 serial number and jersey numbers as well. I don't think rookie card is on there, which is kind of disappointing, because it would be nice to see in MLB specifically rookie cards, because MLB rookie cards, I mean basketball too. Like think about Luka, how much his rookie cards go for. How much does your Luka go for? I don't know, but it's a lot. So getting a little bit of a bonus for a rookie card would be kind of cool to see. But anyways, coins and club shop, same thing as the thing above, as a section above. It's coming out soon, and it's coming out as they deliver something compelling. I like that. Something compelling. Better be compelled.
I'm compelled.
Multi-accounting.
Ruh-roh.
We want to reiterate that there's no room for multi-accounting. Do not worry. We have been pre-approved by Sorare themselves for our account. we are not putting any money in or taking money out. Specifically, we're ruling the limited tip-off competition, which has a higher share of reported issues. How
That's
about
very
that?
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
So people trying to start new accounts and playing the entry-level games is, I guess, what they think is going on for a limited
Makes sense,
tip-off.
I guess. Yeah. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I think that gives away the most rewards. I think 200, whereas the other ones are only 150.
Yep. And then last but not least, we are getting those beloved Sorare NBA weekly competitions back in December after the tournament knockout stage is completed. So I like those. What did we have last year? We had divisions for sure. We had East and West.
Defense,
The-
We had
all
defense
offense.
only. Yep, all offense, all defense. I forgot about that. That was
That's
crazy.
right. Yeah. I
So
forgot about that too.
keep an eye out for those as
Offense.
well. And Andrew is turning into a robot. So there we go. Let's do this quiz now.
All right. I'm going to let
Andrew, you
Andrew
back?
catch up.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
There we
Oh,
go.
he's back?
I've never left.
Let's
Nope.
go. You turned into a robot for a bit.
All
All right. So this quiz, we have 24 different hot dogs, and we are going to get 0 of these questions right. We have to name the team that sells each one of these hot dogs.
Oh, man.
And that's it.
Oh,
It's
man.
just a picture of the hot dog.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Yep.
back. I'm back now. I'm back.
He's
for real.
back.
For real.
He saw the hot
Oh.
dogs and he's back. Okay, so this is the Halo dog. See,
All
so
right.
this is
Oh.
there's one stipulation. It gives us the name at the bottom. at
Diablo
least.
dog. Diablo.
Diablo
That
dog.
sounds hot. Like
That's
the
Can
Diamondbacks.
always
desert.
skip it too.
Diamondbacks.
Can always skip it too.
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks. That's what I
Nope.
thought too.
Okay.
Let's just skip it for now. Just
Let's
skip
skip it. Skip.
Dixie dog. That's
Dixie.
huge.
Yeah, what? Dixie.
When I think Dixie, I think like Alabama, Tennessee.
Florida?
Yeah, is that
maybe?
like the Rangers? Do the Rangers have that?
No, the Rangers is called the Boomstick. Why?
Or the,
Because I might have
or the
made some
Braves?
content on it for YouTube. Braves is a good shout.
Nice. Good call.
In the
good
South, nice one.
Call. The
Holy cow.
beast.
The Beast looks like a bacon wrapped hot dog with a bun that is
I
also
don't know.
bacon wrapped.
Yeah, just keep going. That's nondescript.
That's Chicago. That looks like a
Or
Chicago dog.
Cubs.
Yeah. They wouldn't have the White Sox. Are you kidding me?
Chili
What is
Verde
that?
Mac Dog. Chili Verde.
That could be the
Alright.
Diamondbacks, honestly.
Oh wait, Chili, Ohio.
No, but
Cincinnati.
not Verde. No,
Reds.
no, it's it would be Skyline Chili for that.
True.
That's true.
You're
Try the
right. You're
Diamondbacks.
right. You're right.
All right, skip.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
let's
Nice.
go.
Because of
Good
Hatch
call.
Chili. Nice. What
Doyer.
a call.
Doyer dog.
Doyer? No idea.
I don't know what that
That
is.
must be
Skips.
named after somebody. Trace
Trace
agaves.
Is that Padres?
Let's see. We
That
got
could
like
be
pickled
Houston,
onion,
too.
a little like aioli.
Astros?
Or
Holy
Rangers.
It's not the. I know what the Rangers is. Trust me.
Oh, it's the boomstick.
Could that be an LA thing?
Marlin?
Maybe.
Yeah. Dodgers.
Miami?
I like
that.
Marlins. Yeah.
Oh,
man.
really?
All right, keep
Maybe
going.
Mariners is my last guess because it almost looks like. I don't know.
Cheddar
This is
Alright,
Box.
Wisconsin. Let's go. Wait a second. Wait, no, it says sauerkraut is made with state winery Riesling. That's not Wisconsin.
That's got to be California. That's got to be the Giants or something, or
yeah.
what are the Dodgers?
Dodgers,
Ooh.
the A's. Another brat. Is it the White Sox? Is it the Twins?
Yeah, is that the White Sox, or is
I
that
feel
like the Tigers?
A brat is a northern food.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, we'll keep going, I guess.
Wine. All right. Yeah.
keep going.
Taco dog.
Dog.
There's a little like you could see like a
Um,
blurred field.
Oh, there
dog.
is. I would so much rather not have a taco dog.
Jeez. Oh my
It's
god,
the
it's
Marlins. Shake
Shack
Shack
dog?
dog? Wait,
Where's
which
Shake
which
Shack from?
team has a Shake Shack inside of it?
No
Or I feel
idea.
like
I don't know.
in their stadium. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is
probably
there
whatever
Shake
stadium
Shack
this is from.
Field? Shake Shack Field? DMV dog? The Department of Motor Vehicles dog?
Dude, it kind of looks like a kind of looks like a cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak. Yeah, it does.
It
did.
does. It does. Keep going.
Sounds. Hmm,
Oh yeah, I mean, unless you have more guesses.
Keep going.
I don't know. I
Let's
don't
go. We
know.
got to get the easy ones. Okay, that's got to be Baltimore. That's
Yeah.
Baltimore. Easy.
Orioles. Yep.
Yeah, good
Nice,
call.
nice,
Very good
nice.
call. Oh, what field
Okay,
is that?
this is the Padres field.
Good call.
Nice.
Sonoran
Nice.
dog.
Okay,
The
well
Chicago
the
dog.
White
that's
Sox?
That
also
must
the
be
White
the
Sox.
White Sox. It's also the Cubs. Or is it an
It could be a
imposter?
different team.
It's an
It's an
imposter.
Oh, they eat the Cubs. It's gonna be the Cardinals or something.
Oh, that would be so funny. Okay.
Or is that the Tigers?
Maybe.
I know. I'm thinking like Midwest in the area.
Is it the Brewers? Like, do we like
No,
I hope not.
there's no
Crap
way.
on
No, the
that?
Brewers is be a brat.
It's gotta be a
If there's
brat,
brats,
yeah.
then the Brewers. Smokehouse. This might be the Rangers.
okay?
Nope, it's not. The Rangers have a bunch of goofy hot dogs, and I legitimately made a TikTok about the
Flamin'
Rangers hot dogs.
Cheetos nacho
Oh,
dog.
this looks
Wait,
nasty. This
that's-
Is that the
that's-
Rangers?
Or is that the Sox?
Texas.
It's-
Oh, that is the Rangers. It is,
Yeah.
dude. That looks
Kinda
nasty.
cheating. The Fenway
well,
The
Frank.
Fenway Frank. Let's go. That one looks all right.
Oh,
Whoa!
there's Fruit Loops on it.
Wait, I remember this from the food
Yeah.
Oh
game.
yeah.
We did this like a year ago.
I don't remember whose it
The
was. though.
slider dog.
I feel like it was someone on the West Coast. Was it the Dodgers or the?
Oh, that looks
No.
terrible.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
The
Okay,
Rocky
that's
dog. That looks
Rockies.
pretty good. That just looks like a good hot dog. Well done, Rockies.
Barbecue dog.
Barbecue's got to be like
There's a lot going on there. Like
Yeah.
like
Cardinals?
Royals.
That could be
yeah,
Royals. Yeah,
nice. Nice. We both went the
Okay,
right state.
that-
you got the right.
That's Blue Jays.
Blue
Poutine
Jays,
dog.
yeah.
That looks terrifying. It's not the Blue Jays.
What?
Is it?
Twins,
Is that the
maybe?
Yankees?
Or the Mets? Oh wait, the right looks like Skyline Chili.
All right, keep going. I feel like it'll be obvious when it's the
I'm gonna
Reds.
try Tigers.
Oh
Oh,
my
last
God.
shot. Last
That's close
shot.
to Canada. That's close to Canada.
Wait,
Good-
Italian
guess.
sausage?
Italian sausage could also be the Brewers.
That could be the Brewers, honestly.
Nope.
No,
No Brewers on this list, huh? Oh no, there's
that
still
could be
one more.
That could be New York, like
New
Mets.
York,
or-
Italian, like Yankees or Mets. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Dang.
all right, or Phillies. Oh, but I feel like theirs is gonna be like a cheesesteak.
That was the last one. Oh.
Oh
bonus
no,
cotton
there's
candy
the
dog?
bonus cotton candy. hot dog.
Ew. I have no idea.
That has to be the Rays to get.
I
People
can't believe
to
this
come to
isn't the
game.
Diamondbacks.
This has to because the
Well,
Diamondbacks.
we
are
got the
head to-
Diamondbacks already.
Go back to the end. This one has to be the Rays to get people to come to the games.
It's not the, or is it the A's? Athletics. Nope.
Oh, maybe the Yankees could be like
You already got the Marlins.
it could be Yankees
Diablo
or Mets. The
dog.
last one. We
Is
need to
that the
get
Reds?
Oh,
Oops.
A's. Whoops,
Okay,
nice
that's
one.
what I meant.
Okay, now this could be the Reds. I don't know, or the Cardinals.
Beast bacon wrapped. We already did.
We're just
Rangers.
guessing. We're just guessing ones that we haven't
Yeah.
guessed.
Go
I mean,
back,
I'm
go-
trying to
go-
use
go to 7
context
and 8.
clues. Doyer.
Doyer dog. That sounds northeastern to me,
Yeah,
doesn't it? Like Phillies. We already did
we already got the
Orioles.
Orioles. Mets.
It's got jalapenos on it,
That be the White Sox?
or the Cardinals. I would say.
Oh my gosh.
All right, go on.
Every
go
other
on.
team.
We got to get one more. Trace agave. That's right.
That's got to be like the Dodgers or the
It's not
Angels.
the Astros for real. We already did Angels.
Could that be like the Mets?
Or the Rays?
Oh
Nope.
my
All
god!
right. Come on, we gotta get one more.
It's the Blue Jays.
Oh,
What?
I thought.
I don't know. It's just the most obscure.
Okay, how is this not? Just try Milwaukee. I don't know,
It's not.
but how? What?
State
I don't know.
Winery Riesling.
Could that
It's
be
got to
New
be
York?
a California team. It's got to be.
Well, we said A's. We said Angels.
I feel like we did all of
Mariners?
them.
Mariners?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Hey,
call,
good
good
call. There
call.
we go. There we go. Shake Shack?
I think they have a.
no,
I
we
don't
would
know.
know.
Giants?
Is that like in New York? Or yeah. There we
Oh,
go.
good
Nice! The
call, good
Mets!
call.
That so looks like a
Pirates?
cheesesteak, but it's not.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's gotta be Philly. Come on.
It's not.
What?
Maybe it's someone that loses to Philly. Maybe it's the Nationals.
or
How
Pirates.
about the Nationals?
Okay, who is this?
Our hot dog knowledge is through the roof. I'll take a 2 out of 3, baby.
That's the Phillies. The
67%.
Phillies is a Chicago dog. Come on.
67%, and the average was 45. We know
Wow.
The
our hot
Brewers.
dogs.
The Brewers was the beast.
Okay, I almost said that the packaging,
And
the wrapper
it
looks
does.
And
like
the kettle chips too look very Brewers too.
Really?
Son of a.
I've never heard of
Dodgers.
that.
Goyer dog.
Yeah, that's what is it? The
Giants. I
Delph?
feel like we tried these for all of them. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Phillies.
Chicago dog is so funny.
Pirates. Smokehouse.
Pirates had the
okay.
rings.
Ugh,
Pirates looks good.
Indians.
Or the Guardian. Oh, did we
The
try Guardians
Guardians.
for that or no?
I
Ooh,
We
doesn't
probably
matter.
did. Let's
White
yeah.
Sox. Oh, sure. Like Portillo's, I guess.
Yeah.
The Rangers.
The Rangers.
The World Series
Oh,
champs are eating cotton candy hot dogs.
okay. If I would have known the teams would have been used again, I would have told you to guess the Rangers for that. Because so shout out to our YouTube channel that's growing like a damn weed. But
Woo! Woo! Subscribe, like
it's private right now, but it'll be out this week. I made a video about the Texas Rangers world record hot dog from 2011. That's right. So why did I know a lot about hot dogs? Is because I just made a video about it, and the Rangers had a lot of weird hot dogs. So fun fact for you right there.
Wow. I like it.
let's go, man. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to check out the social media. Give us a like, subscribe, say what's up to us. And as always, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace.